can all my like psychologists, therapists, psychology majors, whoever it is, explain to me the science behind why guys cannot possibly just see you as a friend? Like, and I'm not saying this just to complain or like to be upset, but like every guy friend that I've ever had always ends up confessing feelings. Every guy that I thought like I looked at like a brother, I was like genuinely, I'm being so serious, like, oh, they're a brother to me, like never. Always somehow there's something that they say or do that I'm like, what? What did you just say? What did you just say? Because why do they always confess feelings? And I don't know if it's like a difference in they just don't think that women and men are built to be friends, so they think that like they look at every woman like a opportunity to date. I don't know, but it's such a common problem. I don't get it.
Okay, Sterling, go for it.
Well, I'll respond to her question with another question. Why does she feel the need to have male friends in the first place? What is she getting out of having male friends?
What do you think she's getting?
I'll tell you what she's getting. She's getting attention from men.
Yeah, of course.
She's getting time. She's getting their time. She's probably getting their resources to some degree, or their help with things, right?
Right.
So she's like, this is a one-way exchange, right?
Something breaks in our house. Oh, hey, Tommy, do you mind coming over my toilet? Ooh, something like that.
So she is getting all of the benefit. Like for every male friend she has, she's getting all of the benefits of being in a relationship with a man without having to have sex with him.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it's like, I'm going to throw it back on her. It's like, why do you feel the need to, I would say that like that's taking advantage of men in a weird way. Because so many guys have been in that exact situation where they're like, they have a crush on the female friend or whatever. And the only person I know who pulls off very successfully having female friends is Michael Sartain.
Hi, Mike. How you doing? Michael, go in the comments now and be like, let me tell you how I do it. He does come in the comments.
That's because he sleeps with half of them.
Mike, you've been outed. Sorry.
But the way Michael does it, it actually, even the ones that Michael isn't sleeping with, it's a fair exchange of value because the ones he ain't sleeping with are setting him up to sleep with another girl. Like they're giving him social proof. He's actually getting something from the friendship. Like he's getting status, he's getting social proof, he's getting attraction from other women by virtue of having female friends. I guarantee in her situation, the guys who are her friends aren't getting much in return.
Why are they there then?
Because they want to f*** her.
But how long will they sit around and wait for that?
Their whole life.
No freaking way.
They'll sit around their entire life and then confess on their deathbed that they love. Everyone's watched The Notebook. It's the same kind of crap. Like they just sit around because they've got no other options, and they don't have self-respect. They don't understand that, like, they've been taught. I mean, I'm sounding very misogynist, but they've been taught that it's an equal exchange. A male-female friend, a platonic male-female friendship like that is somehow an equal exchange, and it isn't, because a man's time is valuable. Like, man, because a man has to go out and build his self-worth.
Right.
Every day he spent, like, being an emotional...
He's got to be working. He's got to be doing this.
Right.
He's got to be making money. He's got to be building assets, right? She just looks cute.
If he's sitting there being her emotional tampon for, like, a day or for a weekend, helping her get over her ex...
He can't go to work.
That's a weekend he's just wasting
alive,
on his mission. So it's not actually a fair exchange.
Let me ask you this, Sterling. I mean, I got to, and I asked Mike this, and I think he lied to me, Mike. I love you, but I do think you lied. Do these guys really want to talk to these women and have, like, what do they really, do they get joy out of being friends with these women, generally speaking?
I think I can't speak for Michael because, I'm not him, but, like, in that situation where in the situation where you're like the center of attention and you're exhibiting tons of social proof and you're like in that party environment, it is fun to like feed off the female energy.
If you have a problem, you're not calling your female friend.
No.
If you have to problem solve something, you're not calling your female friend. No. If you have a financial distress, you're not calling your female friend. Really, so unless you
might call your female friend for a connection, though.
Right. Another woman who you would then...
Or a guy that's sliding in her DMs who's like got a good network.
Oh, that guy sliding into your DMs is starting a business and I could potentially partner with... Okay. So it's all about that's a very different approach, though, than like that's more of a business friendly, pleasant interaction. That's not really a friend. Like you're not gonna. I don't see it as like if a guy has a real issue, he's going to call his male friends. Like, end of story. He's not going to display weakness. I mean, to a woman, he's not going to talk finances with a woman. He's just not going to do it. So I'm led to just then conclude that all of these guys are trying to sleep with her and they will just wait and wait. And guys, don't do that. Like, don't wait and wait and wait and wait. It's crazy.
I mean, the only women that I am basically friends with,
yeah,
that I'm not sleeping with, are my friends, like
at least he's honest.
My friends' wives and girlfriends.
Right, because that's like untouchable
Yeah.
turf. And also, you're not going to call them, again, if you go out to dinner, everyone's together, you've got your girl of the moment, and they've got their wives or girlfriends or whatever, and it's social, and it's nice, and everyone's polite and great, but you're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to call Jerry's wife because, I'm in this financial predicament, and she knows what's up. I mean, odds are just no, right? So let's just be honest. So the reason I'm getting at that is because this unequal exchange is really true what you're saying, because she can have these male friends and get a lot of stuff. Like there was one video we did where a girl was talking about how she had no boyfriend, but she had dated around like casually for a bunch of time, and she had accrued like a financial advisor, a mechanic, all of the things that you would need in your life. Instead of having one guy be that for her, now she just had a roster and she didn't owe them anything. And they were just like, they're like this. I mean, guys have to flip this power dynamic. They can't just sit around like puppy dogs and do this stuff.
Do you know who Patrice O'Neal is?
I know the name.
The black comedian. He died of a heart attack, unfortunately. Big fat guy. Hilarious.
Okay.
He had a really funny quote, and he for this exact scenario that these guys are in, where they're just orbiting around a woman. He called them time because you're just giving your time without getting it, like a woman who gives sex without receiving anything in return. We call that woman a but the male equivalent is the time where he's just giving endless amounts of time and not really getting what he wants back in return. And most guys will most guys aren't even honest enough with themselves to admit that they actually just want to sleep with that woman, and then eventually push comes to shove and they confess their love for her.
Or she gets a boyfriend, gets into a big fight, and they're like, hi, how you doing? I've been here all along. You ready now?